10 seconds. 20.
Got it.
Oh, cool.
Welcome to PSI.
Hi.
We're on YouTube and TikTok.
Hello. And a TikToker.
How's it going? How is everybody doing?
Well, we don't have any backing music tonight. We don't have any background music. We don't have any background music tonight because apparently it's there are licensing issues with YouTube, so that's why it's all quiet on the Western Front. Yes, indeed.
We're gonna have a bit of a chat with you guys and then do a short experiment, PSI method.
Yes.
Tina, hello.
Hi.
Alex, greetings.
Hello.
Mike, hello, sir. How's your week's been? Have you witnessed anything paranormal? Hello, Rachel.
Mark said that photograph of you with your hair, you look like Cousin It in the chat group.
Stella, hello. Sage the kangaroo, hello.
We're a bit slow on the uptake in... hello, Sherry. Sherry. Great to have you in. You are our first viewer on this Sunday evening. Hello, how are you? How are you?
Halloween, hello, ladies and gents. Somebody's changed the name there.
Considering it was the side profile, I'll let you off. Well, Sherry's good. Excellent. Pleased to hear that.
Everybody's quiet tonight.
Yeah, isn't it quiet? It's very quiet. It's very quiet. Where is everyone? I don't know. You're the only one in by the look of things, Sherry. You've got a lot of screen tapping to do. I'm really sorry, but you've got such a lot of screen tapping. Oh, we've got another one in. Yeah, I don't know where. There must be something good on telly. Like Enter the Dragon or something like that. Yeah.
Hello, Joey.
Hi,
So,
Jade.
The season of Halloween is almost upon us.
Oh, hello. Hi, Jem.
All Hallows Eve.
Yes.
We've got a cool event lined up for Halloween.
So in.
Be cool, and we'll stream it on maybe both social media platforms.
Yeah. So, yeah, prepare to tune in for Halloween. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. Both all right, Gemma? Thanks very much. Well, I can speak for myself. I can't speak for Mark. But I'm sure Mark will...
I'm still here, so it's all right.
There you go.
Ghost and Trent are doing a live.
No
That's why
one
we've not
died.
got many on.
Oh, no. Well, I wouldn't consider it. They know we go live on a Sunday.
Good afternoon, Anon.
And on 1970. Oh, 53 years old. Halloween is fun. Halloween is fun.
Jay, hello.
I absolutely love Halloween. Oh, thank you for the heart, me.
Heart
Thank you so much. Yeah, I absolutely love Halloween. Goes without saying. Goes without saying. Right, that was a nice wink.
Cool.
Oh. Hi, Laurie.
Hello, Ray. Jack, hello.
Hi, Jack. Yeah, very good, thank you. Jem, are you doing anything this Halloween? Have you got anything planned? And if not, why not? Why not?
I thought you was going to invite a random stranger to our location then, Tony. It's like that. Where do you live again, Jem?
Why not?
We've got, as far as we are aware, we've got Ricky and... Oh, what's Ricky's missus called?
Chloe.
Ricky and Chloe coming. It'll be excellent. It'll be most excellent.
Me tomorrow, I'm back to the phone. I haven't.
SR Spookfest, hello.
Hi there.
Callum, how are you doing?
Hi, Callum. Great to have you with us. Yeah, as I say, I mean, it's all quiet here tonight. Sorry that there's no like backing tunes or background music because apparently there are licensing problems with YouTube. Anything we do with music.
Who wants to hear spam music? That's just so unprofessional.
Well, it just fills it in, doesn't it? Just, you know.
I'm glad you're okay, Callum.
Some noises in the background.
Everybody's getting these chest and throat infections because the weather's changing.
Evening all rage.
And there's a lot of crap going around as well, what everybody's picking up.
Yeah, that's right. There is God knows what all these bugs are that are going around. No plans yet, says Gemma. Hoping to get something planned though. Yeah, you do that.
You've left it till the last minute.
Bloody hell, Gemma.
Tuck Norris. Hi guys, finally managed to catch one of your lives.
Excellent. And you've caught the one without the background music. But anyway.
Is that bugging you, the background music? It's
Well,
not me, it's YouTube. They had a rant at me.
I know. And I didn't realise, but it kind of fills it in the background, doesn't it? Just
why don't
some
you
sounds.
sit twiddling with your guitar then?
Or put one of my CDs on.
Good, I'm pleased to hear that from you. Good, Jack. Been investigating without filming. Got some good stuff. You was investigating without catching.
Hi,
as
Tracy.
evidence. Where was you investigating? SR Spook.
Great to have you in. Have you got a YouTube channel, says Millie? We certainly have.
Yeah, it's on over here.
Yeah, we're on a YouTube live at the minute. If you go into YouTube and search at PSI Paranormal, you'll find us. You'll find some great homegrown stuff in there as well, Millie. So have a good look. Get in there and
By
have a rummage
homegrown,
around.
it doesn't mean like weed or anything.
I think they know that. Do you know what? I'm going to get one of. I'm going to get a CD out.
They'll still strike us. You get
Why?
strikes. The music I put on these videos, right? It was copyright free, so I was okay to use it, and they still copyright struck it.
Ah, they're just knobheads, aren't they?
But if you want to try it,
Well, yeah, it is ridiculous. I put a video up. Excuse me. One of my pictures of the moon, like a montage of me pictures of the moon, real close up pictures, and I put one of my original pieces on, and then it got a strike, and it was I was told that it was that Disney was saying I can't use that music because it was theirs. I had a right rant at them. I thought, you cheeky gets. And I wouldn't let it go. I was like a terrier on a little rat, and I would not let it go. Who do I speak to next? I don't want to speak to you, some faceless keyboard warrior. Who's yours? Blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, they let it go and they dropped it and they took the strike off. I thought, why should you have to fight for that? Anyway.
SR Spookfest
Oh, I know you.
did the beach again and heard a voice, but can't figure out if it was somewhere on the water. I don't know, didn't see any people out there. Whereabouts was you? Which beach? Is it in the UK you was?
Yeah.
I'm presuming.
Where were you?
Sound does travel, doesn't it? So
Yeah, it does travel quite far across open distances like that. It can be quite surprising, but interesting nonetheless. Interesting nonetheless. Yes. Hi, Martin. Great to have you in the live. Oh, thank you for the hats. Hey, we'll both
Howdy.
get one. Look at that. Yeah, howdy, guys. Howdy. What we doing tonight? Well, as you know, Gemma, we're just decompressing a little bit with a 10-minute chat, and then we'll get on with we'll be doing the PSI. Are we doing the PSI method tonight?
yes.
Yes. And it'll be Mark's turn.
Mr. Rough Dog is saying, happened to him many times, Tony, when he used to upload his own music, stuff made from scratch, he would get copyright notice.
Yeah, it's pathetic, isn't it? So they obviously just bang it on everything.
Virginia, Norfolk, a landing site,
It's a landing site.
$6,000 ship.
Oh, right, Virginia.
Have we ever investigated anywhere in Norfolk? No, simply because it's hell of a drive from where we are. Otherwise, we would if somebody had a location for us. Maybe.
My half cousin Michael's got a place in Norfolk.
Norfolk, UK. Yeah, we know where Norfolk is.
Yeah, and there's there was an old workhouse nearby.
Yeah.
And they're in the middle of bloody nowhere. And
Is it where King Arthur's castle is? Tangel. Is it? That's right on the coast, isn't it?
Tintagel.
Yeah.
No, it's not Cadbury Castle. No, it's not. It's on the other side of the country. It's on the
I don't mean Cadbury Castle.
East Midlands.
I'm on about the
Yeah,
one.
I think it's Tintagel, isn't it?
I'd normally Google it, but my phone's on live, so.
Alexa, where is King Arthur's castle?
Which one? There's the few.
I found a King Arthur King Arthur is
Scarborough.
39.3 miles away on 50 Eastborough in Scarborough.
It's certainly no, it's not in
It is
Scarborough.
currently closed, but will be open on
Scarborough?
Tuesday from 10:30 a.m. to
Alexa,
3 p.m.
Just where's
Stop.
Tintagel? Whatever it is.
Alexa, where is Tintagel?
Tintagel is a town in the southwestern part of England.
That sounds about right. It's southwest. Alexa, where is King Arthur's old castle?
I found a King Arthur.
She's
King
on it.
Arthur
Alexa,
is
stop.
39 point-
Tattoos and beauties and spas. That is not what we
You've done
want.
like 30 or 40 in Norfolk, Virginia, my household, I believe. Get a lot of treasures being found. 1 month prior to shipwrecks was found. Alexa isn't that smart, apparently, Sage said. Somebody asked you, have you ever done the Estes method? Go on, have a rant, Tony.
Right, where do I start with the Estes method? It's the reason we've taken the Gansfeld method and tailored it to our needs is by absolutely closing off all the senses, because we want it to be as close to sensory deprivation as we could. When you get the strobe, it overwhelms the visual cortex. You don't see the strobe anymore. It's just weird. I generally see white or blue. I stop seeing the strobe. My cortex can't take it. It gives in. And then with the white nose, again with the white noise, your ears pack in and you hear just this mush. And your senses give up and you are completely open to other things coming in. With the Estes method, you're constantly alert and you're kind of trying to work things out. For it may be audio pareidolia, and the thing is, if you're the only one who can hear the ghost box,
Well, that's the difference, isn't it? Estes use a ghost box.
Yeah.
PSI method is just white noise.
it's just white noise. It's a complete
You can say
blank
anything
palette.
on the Estes method and nobody could hear it to verify it. The one we do, it's just white noise. And we write everything down and research it as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
Unknown
it's all
says
this lot.
the light is swaying left to right behind you. Is it?
We have a local paranormal investigations team, but I don't bother joining because they're a lot of Ouija boards and stuff, and I don't believe in them at all. Ouija boards are just... They kind of... Do we have to go into it?
No,
They just use the subconscious
Yeah,
mind.
they're not even portals, you know.
Yeah, it's...
Okay, thanks. I've seen a few people on YouTube doing it, and I was curious. Yeah, it's healthy to be curious about things like
Shandy,
this. you
hello.
know.
Sorry, I didn't see you come in then.
As I say, you never know until you ask the questions. But there are so many things with the Estes method that can suggest certain things.
Too many flaws.
There are too many. Why don't they just all sit around a speaker and all listen to it rather than just have one person
one, yeah.
blindfolded? We do not see the point.
We all
We
hear
don't see the
things
point.
differently. So if that one person hears a word, it doesn't mean that's what that word is saying.
Audio pareidolia.
Yeah. We all hear things on different levels.
Yeah, green needle. Need I say more?
Certain places you can get full voice
Thank
of
you,
shadow
Millie.
people in the Bridgewater Triangle, Massachusetts. Seen and heard myself multiple times. Cool. PSI Paranormal Method is the best, says Callum. Yeah. I
Thank
agree,
you, Callum. Thank you, Callum. Yeah, it's as I say, we sat down and analysed it and wondered what the best way to be, how it would mirror the original experiment, the Gansfeld, German for open field experiment. You need to be completely open, and that's exactly what it means. But we've kind of tailored it so there's someone, so there isn't a transmitter and a receiver. There's just a receiver, and what kind of you've seen the stuff that comes through and how we react to each other, and as we're reacting, we're in different worlds. You know, I'm here in the mundane. Mark can be bloody anywhere, seeing all different. Yet we get responses off each other, perfect answers to kind of like questions, and that's the weird thing. When one's completely in a box, as it were,
Yeah,
and you can't hear the questions.
The person
you're
doing the
replying to it.
experiment
Yeah.
cannot hear the person asking the questions,
Yeah.
which is, I think that's one of the most interesting things, especially when we answer it.
And it's straight away like that. It's oh yes, wow, okay. Or give us a name, and then one of us will say a name straight away. It's weird. Millie, can I ask another question? Of course you can, my darling.
Hello,
ask away.
Babsy.
Ask as many questions as you like, within reason. Hi, Babsy. Great to see that they found you. Where were you? What's in the box? Oh, that'll be coming throughout the week. Don't worry.
Tina's saying, get on with it. Stop
Excuse me.
chatting shit and get on with the experiment.
Yeah, I know, but Millie wants to ask a few more questions, I think. And there's nothing wrong with that. This is how we learn.
We have a Blickling Hall as well, supposed to be haunted, but a beautiful building regardless.
Very
Is
nice.
that Norfolk? I'm presuming it's Norfolk.
What about dowsing rods? Do these work or are they manipulated? We believe they work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just an extension of your own senses, really, an extension of your own sixth sense. Even the experts will tell you that they don't know how divining rods work, they just know that they do. I say the very same about tarot. Don't know how it works, I just know it does. But there are still people in the world paid massive amounts of money
The Boleyn family.
working for these companies that find oil all around the world, and they still hire professional dowsers to find oil and gas deposits.
And water.
And water, yeah. Yeah. Anything that you're tuned into that you've got on your mind,
Thought it was rebuilt.
Who's doing the Psi Method tonight? Asks Babsy.
I'll have a go.
It'll be Marcus.
I don't want to be under for half an hour though.
Who does Babsy look like in that picture there? In that little picture there?
Oh, I don't know.
Looks like Anne.
Babsy is single, Tony.
Oh no, I'm not saying.
Come on.
I'm just saying.
Come on. Babsy's going to tell me to F off.
No,
again.
I mean Babsy must have changed the picture.
Said to find water and
Is
treasure,
that
not just
tiny
ghosts.
picture.
Well, dowsing rods wasn't originally designed to find ghosts, was he?
No, they weren't. There were. Well, I mean, no. I think the original was a Y-shaped piece of willow, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Something,
and
and it was
it
held
used
under
to-
tension, and it used to flip up whenever. Oh, thank you. I'm thinking of getting some. Excellent.
Just get some. Don't
Yeah,
think about it.
Just get.
They're really cheap, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Or you can make your own. As I say, I mean, we were encouraged to use. I mean, programs like Blue Peter when we were kids. People are being uproar now. You know, telling us how to draw magic squares. I was talking about this in Arabian squares as well. I was talking about this just the other week, and they actually showed us to get an adult involved and show us how to make a pair of bloody dowsing rods.
SR Spookfest said
That would be so offensive.
the
to some
original
people
one was a
nowadays.
split stick, help find water for
Yeah.
a well if in the desert.
That's right. That's right.
What's with apps, troll chair? Bugger alls with apps because we don't use them.
No.
We don't rely on them.
There are so many flaws in anybody
Apps
using.
are just for entertainment. I know that's going to upset a lot of people watching now, but
Yeah.
we're PSI.
If you want to be a paranormal investigator, or if you want to go out investigating the paranormal, should I say, use a device that's actually designed for what it's meant to do, not a piece of entertainment software such as apps.
Mr. Rough Dog still yet to be convinced about rods. Dowsing rods, I presume you mean.
Dowsing rods. No problem. No
Yeah,
problem.
if we had an app running, it'd be telling there's a demon over there or a skinwalker in the bathroom.
Yeah, do you know what? Yeah. Millie says, I did have a pendulum, but it broke in half.
Right? Is that after you dropped it?
Oh, no.
Let's get on with it.
Yeah, let's get on with it. But just quickly, if I'm going to have to go through there anyway and get me...
Go for a poop.
Headphones.
Apps can be found fun, but they're not very real. Get a lot of funny stuff. Got Spanish Donkey the other day. Had a good laugh. Yeah, I mean, even the ones what are meant to map figures, they're just map. We proved it. What was the one I used? The Ghost. What was it? Ghost Summit. It was called. I was getting the stick men up, but it was mapping like the vase or even the parrot as a figure.
There you go. Here are my dowsing rods.
Here's my dowsing rod.
Yeah, and they're homemade.
What's the date today?
It is the 24th. It is the 21st. So I thought I could make a pair better than I could
24th set.
get a pair bought, to be honest. Yeah. And they are very nice. Very good, very nice.
Mark. I'll leave that over. Well, I set it that
la,
side.
la, 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 la. Yeah, good things. And by the way, these all run on bearing surfaces as well, so it's really low friction.
What
Good
can we
stuff.
detect in the infrared spectrum?
All sorts.
All sorts of stuff. What do you mean? What can we detect? What? Oh, that cable's around that chair leg. What do you want us to detect in the infrared spectrum? I mean, obviously we use the infrared spectrum on the cameras to, obviously for night vision, to be able to see in the dark. We see a lot more light anomalies in the dark. Yeah.
Plus the UV.
That's our Spook Fest off to work. Cool. Have a good day at work.
Have a good day. We throw a bit of UV in there now and again.
UV in the dark.
Can't beat a bit of UV in the dark. Where's the hell are my headphones? I remember coiling them up and putting them somewhere safe.
I don't know.
Oh no.
Tony's a joker, look. That's his card. It's massive playing cards, look.
Dirty old river, Waterloo sunset.
We're just looking for the noise cancelling headphones.
The old NCH. No, they're not there. No, they're not there.
Did you put them away?
Yeah, I coiled them up and put them away. Somewhere safe. I'll find them. I thought I'd just put them through here, to be honest.
Why is that card so huge? I saw them in the shop, and we do a lot of on a Wednesday over on TikTok. Tony does like readings and Zenith card testing and things. So I bought him a big pack of cards, so everybody can see them on social media. Are they in what's in the box? No, they won't fit in that box. But I top on the shelf on top of the books. No. He's just gone to have a look in the other room. Sunday nights are my favourite on PSI. You two bangs well off each other. Oh, cool.
Waterloo sunset sky.
Oh, somebody's telling the mods to chill.
Ooh, don't do that. Right.
Yes, he's found them.
I found it, yes. Alexa, turn lamp red.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Light.
That'll be the red light in the, yeah, it's through there. Alexa, turn light red. Alexa, turn light red.
Okay.
Bright, it's gone on to brightness, look.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just missing. Tell Tony Autumn Almanac is a better Kink song. Was you singing something about the Kinks?
Was I? I don't know. Was I? What song was I singing? Oh, I know what it was. Yeah.
Waterloo
Waterloo Sunset.
Sunset.
Harry meets Julie.
So we're not going to go into a lot about the headphones this week, but these are pretty much, you can't hear a thing through them unless it's being plugged in.
Yes, or unless the volume's turned up on them because they do have
I won't be able to hear a word Tony says once I've got these on. I can only hear the white noise,
jar.
which is that.
And that's what will be through the little white noise generator there. There you go. turn these on.
Gonna plug them in.
Jar. Ooh, jar.
And we've got a strobe light, which is a red strobe. If anybody has seizures or fits and things because of strobe lights, don't watch this experiment.
Alexa, turn off screen.
That is the warning.
Right, there you
Let's
are,
see
sir.
what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Helps if you take your glasses off.
Da-la-da-da-da-da. 24th September 2023.
Is that all?
Yeah,
I might get a bit closer.
we've just got to, yeah, you pull yourself up closer, we've just got that light to turn off.
In fact,
Right, let's have that light off.
okay, that's a bit bright.
Will that be alright?
Uh,
Alexa, dim lamp.
Is that the dimmest that white light
I don't
goes?
know how to set lamp to that setting.
Oh, shit. Alexa, dim light.
Okay.
There we go. That's better. Right, of course this will be off when we're doing this because I can see okay to write, so.
Right, what time is it?
It is 8:26.
Say when.
Alright. When? So it's currently 8:26. Mark's in a little world of his own now. It usually takes a couple of minutes just to orientate.
I can see blackness coming in already from the sides.
Alright, so we'll just leave this another minute before we get asking questions.
Blue dots. Green dots. Number 2 in green. Like thin, really thin black lines.
So as Mark is acclimatising to this experiment, we're going to start asking some questions. Now remember, Mark can't hear a word I'm saying. He's wearing noise cancelling headphones and with white noise being piped through them, and all Mark can see is a red strobing effect in his eyes. He's completely in his own little world now. So we're going to
Green
start.
dots connecting to the black thin lines. I think this could be my eyes maybe adjusting, you know.
It sounds like it is. It sounds like there's just a little bit of adjustment time there, but we'll start asking anyway. So we're at 8:29. So Mark here, talking to anyone who is benevolent in spirit, to come forward and actually start to interact with Mark He's in an open place at the minute. If there's anybody who wants to approach.
Already, it feels like there's a presence stood right next to me. Are you stood there, Tony?
Right, so that's excellent. So we asked you to approach Mark. Mark's obviously feeling something. It seems like you two are on the same wavelength. If you'd like to interact with Mark and maybe tell him a name, that'd be great. So tell Mark a name, give him some intel. It's okay to interact with him. This is what we are set up for. So if there's anybody in spirit, I believe you've done this already.
Lady, white nightgown, long black hair. Got like black rings around her eyes. Are you walking about, Tony? I could feel like movement as if somebody's walking through the legs of the stool.
So Mark's obviously getting a sense now of someone with him.
This lady's not saying anything. She just kind of... Is somebody walking, Tony?
I can't answer him because he can't hear me.
She's got like... It looks like she's got blood coming out of her mouth. Andrea.
What about Andrea? Is that your name? Is that what you're telling Mark?
Richards? Is that right? Dorset. Ooh. Tony, this one, she's come from the hospital. Delapole. Has she come back with you? Oh, I've gone real cold. High pitched like noise in my right ear. Really high pitch. Dorset. I can't make out if this word is Dorset or Dawson. Beat to death. Oh, bloody hell, freezing. Tony, I don't know if it is Andrea, it might be Angela, it's really close. It's touched me on the top of the head.
Can you, if that was you, can you touch Mark on his left shoulder? Can you touch Mark on his left shoulder, please?
Something not right. Jeez, it's freezing.
If you are here to make contact, could you touch Mark on his left shoulder for confirmation, please?
Jesus Christ. Was that you? Did you hear that, Tony, when the chair went?
Was that confirmation? Thank you.
Tony, the last time we was at Delapole, did you bring something back with you? An object?
No, not that I'm aware. I didn't bring anything back, not that I'm aware.
Oh God, she's blowing on the back of my neck. Tony, she's not right. TB.
Can you interact with Mark again? Can you interact with Mark again, please? I know that all of you can see that I'm not moving at all. I'm just here, stood with the pad. It's for the benefit of our YouTube viewers, just jotting down, documenting the conversation that's going on. Can you come forward and interact with Mark
Big
again?
thuds coming towards the front of me. Like a threatening stomp.
Can I give Mark another sign? Could you interact with Mark again? Walk around his chair, please.
I'd go as far to say that she was angry, but it's not anger. It feels different. I don't like to use the word mental. I just saw an image of her before she went into the hospital. And she came, well, she didn't come out. She came out dead, but she wasn't like that when she went in. It's really hard to communicate with her. Long black hair. Why does she, what's this about her hair? Oh, and my shoulder's hurting. Something about children. 2 children.
Is that you playing with Mark's shoulders? Could you...
Please. Two children were taken away from her. Touching me.
Could you touch Mark on his forehead? Just for confirmation that this is you. Can you touch Mark's forehead?
Her time in the
please?
hospital changed her really big. Totally different person. Clouds. I'm seeing a lot of, it's strange, I'll describe what I can see. And it may make sense, I don't know, but it's like a clouded area, just cloud, like misty in fact. And there's like loads of arms in the mist, just moving. We should have put the trimeter on. I've just seen a light and it disappeared again. There was a white light. Touching me. Ooh. Did you bang then, Tony? Feeling as sick. Feel sick. She's walking. It feels like she's stood very close behind me.
If there's an entity, excuse me, if there is an entity that is interacting with Mark, or you were trying to interact with Mark to get his attention, could you interact with this thing here, this meter? It's very sensitive. Can you please interact with it and make the numbers change on the front, make the sound change? Can you approach Mark again and touch him somewhere on his body, either his arms or his head?
Taking me down this tunnel. It's like wall on each side. Dark tunnel.
If there is an entity trying to interact with Mark, we'd just like to let you know that you only have permission if you're benevolent.
Step back, please. Take it off.
All right.
Fucking weird.
Right. Okay. So I'll just turn all this stuff off. Let Mark adjust to his surroundings again, and we'll go through these. We'll go through what's happened here, and we'll go through these responses. You all right, mate?
Left me feeling a bit weird, that.
Right, okay. So, let's get some lights on.
Upstairs, it doesn't feel right to this side.
I know it feels weird, doesn't it? Right, okay.
I feel feeling weird, that. I feel real funny.
How long do you think you were under?
15 minutes.
You were under About 34 minutes.
You're joking?
No.
Really?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No way.
Yeah?
I've only said a few things.
Yeah, yeah, but about just over half an hour.
No way that was 30 odd minutes.
Okay. Was it that long? That's what she said.
That's weird.
yeah.
That didn't, no way. I tell you what, I thought that was about 15 minutes, if that. Oh, you got the trimeter out.
Yeah, I got the trimeter out. I was trying to be as gentle with it as I could, and that's when you said, "Oh, are you moving stuff on the top of it?" I thought, "Shit, I could have done that a little bit more gentle." But I only had it. It's in me like my tool belt thing, and it was just down there. So I thought.
I
We
just
said
had
about this
mentioned
last
it,
week.
didn't we?
We did. We mentioned it last week. We'll get the trimeter out, and I don't know if you're wearing your Garmin or not, so you can detect your heart rate.
No.
No. Never mind. All right,
I can't
so
believe that was. Oh, Alexa. Do you want that on white or red?
Alexa, turn lamp to white.
I just saw it in my glasses in the reflection, so I thought, oh.
Alexa, turn light to white.
Okay.
Alexa, turn lamp full. Oh, I'm saying lamp again. That's the bloody bedroom one. There we go. Right. Okay, so we have light again. We have light.
We have light.
Right, so 8:26. We just got underway with this, and you said I can see blackness coming in already. Oh, it's within about 30 seconds of you putting the mask on.
I can still feel that energy around me.
Right. That's interesting. Then you say I can see blue dots and green dots, and a number 2 in green. 'Cause I thought that was strange because they're generally brown, aren't they?
I don't know why. I could see the dots, and the dots formed like a green shape into number 2.
Right.
And I don't know if that's relevant because I had 2 children at some point. Don't
Right.
know.
Okay. 8:28. There are thin black lines.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Faint, thin black lines.
Do you know when you get like a lot of light in your eyes and you can start seeing? It looks like either the veins or something in the back of your eyes.
Yes,
I thought
yeah.
it may have been that at one point.
Toby Ann says, "How are you feeling?"
Feeling weird.
And I can see the green dots connecting to the black thin lines.
Right.
And then I immediately say, I mean, I didn't even have a chance to write this down, but this, I always mark a question with that little star. And I quickly wrote a star there to remind myself that I'd asked a question after you'd said this. If there's anyone who wants to come forward and interact with Mark, he is open and he is in that position. If there's a benevolent spirit wants to come and approach Mark, and then you said real quick, already feels like a presence next to me.
Right.
Just after I'd said that.
Right.
So I said, well, tell Mark a name, interact with him. And at 8:30, I said, is anyone in spirit? And then immediately you said, lady in white, lady white nightgown, long black hair. She's got black rings around her eyes. Then
Yeah.
you said, are you walking about, Tony?
Was you?
No, you know, I try to move as little as possible through these because while you're in that state, you can kind of pick everything up. That, putting the trimeter down was a mistake. I did it a little bit too heavy. I thought, you dickhead. But I was not moving around. I mean, the people on the camera could see I wasn't moving around, you know. Why invoke benevolent spirits? Well, because we don't want to invoke any malevolent spirits. You know, the benevolent are the good ones. Tell Mark a name. Interact with him. Is there anyone in spirit? Lady in white nightgown, long black hair, black rings around her eyes. Yeah. Are you walking about, Tony?
Yeah, there's a lot of walking around me, really close.
Right. So I said, Mark's definitely getting a sense of someone with him. Then you said, this lady's not answering. Is someone walking around again? She's got blood coming out of her mouth.
Yeah.
Andrea.
It was hard to hear it. It was either Andrea or Angela. It was really difficult. But the blood wasn't bright red. It was almost black. And that, to me, is like old blood.
Yeah, like that's like dead people blood, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. It wasn't bright red.
No. I mean, bright red blood is well oxygenated blood.
Yeah.
So 8:33, I say, is that your name? Is that what you're telling Mark? Then you said, Andrea Richards.
Did I?
Is that right? Dorset.
I couldn't, yeah, I couldn't make it out properly. That's why I said, is it right?
Right.
Don't know what if Dorset was a surname or a place, I don't know.
Then you say, she's come from the hospital, Delapole. Has she come back with you, Tony? I've gone really cold.
I just knew that's where she was from. I just knew it because I could see the image of where we go. I could see it. She's definitely from that area.
Right. Then he said, right, I've got a high-pitched noise in the right ear.
Yeah.
And some people believe that when a spirit is trying to communicate and when you're not exactly on their frequency or that there's a mismatch, it'll come real clear and it'll just be a noise like that, or you'll feel pressure on your eardrum. There'll be that kind of like mismatch as if you're not quite open to what they're saying yet. I was mad at Tony for asking benevolent spirits to touch Mark. Oh, we know what we're doing.
Oh, Babs has just put, I googled the name and the place and he's a woman that came up.
Right. Can you put some details on there, Babs? Or message me. And because we know what TikTok's like.
You know what's coming up on Friday? We're going to have to go back.
Yeah.
Investigate again.
I think so.
With these names.
Yeah. Let's follow it up. Yeah, so she's come from Delapole. I should come back with you, Tony. I've gone real cold. There's a high-pitched noise in my right ear. Excuse me. Then at 8:34 you said Dorset or Dawson. Dorset or Dawson. Beat to death.
Beat to death. I don't remember saying half of this.
8:35. Bloody hell, I'm freezing. Andrea or Angela. It's really close.
Yeah, I couldn't make out the name. I just couldn't quite hear it, but it sounded like either one of them two.
Right. And all this time, and I didn't write it down, but I saw it in the live. At round about this time, I didn't bloody write it down because there was so much coming out. I said, can you touch Mark? Can you interact with Mark? Can you touch him? Can you touch him on the left shoulder? And then you said 8:35 was just, that must have been 20 seconds later. Oh, touch me on the top of the head.
Yeah.
So I said, can you touch Mark on his left shoulder, please?
I was actually getting pain in my right shoulder.
All right, okay.
But it was like a hand going on the top of my head like that. I felt it.
Right. And then at that point you said, something's not right. Jesus, I'm freezing.
The thing about it not being right is normally when you're doing any kind of spiritual work, or I don't like to use the word mediumship, but you can make a link somehow. I could not link. And when I tried, there was just something about it what wasn't correct. It wasn't evil.
It just wasn't channeling. It wasn't flowing.
It was air.
Right.
She not right in the head.
Right.
So it was difficult. It was hard.
Right.
Because normally you get something, don't you? Even if it's just a shape or a colour.
Yeah.
But it was like nothing. And when I did try and get it, it was just this weird feeling of just not right.
Right.
Don't know.
Yeah. So I say, can you touch Mark on his left shoulder, please, for confirmation? And then straight away you say, Jesus Christ, and you kind of go like that in your chair. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Was that you?
Somebody booted the back of the chair.
No.
Did you hear it?
No. Didn't hear
It
it.
felt like a boot to the back of the chair. That's why I jumped.
Yeah, didn't hear a damn thing you said. Did you hear that between the chair? And you were kind of like looking in that direction, and then you kind of settled down again. So I said, was that confirmation? Thank you. Then you said, she's blowing in the back of my neck. She's not right.
Yeah.
TB.
TB, yeah. I got the impression she had something wrong with her. That's what eventually killed her off. But she was in a state of mental, really.
Right. Yeah. So 8:38 and 8:38, and which is just a minute later, well, not even a minute later, and I say, right, can you interact with Mark again, please? Which is what this session is all about, interaction. And then straight away you said that, look, there's big thuds coming towards the front of me, like a threatening stomp.
Do you know, as that happened, I got a visual of the Delapole Woods and somebody coming at me.
Like those footsteps do when you stood in the woods.
Yeah.
Oh, right,
heavy.
okay. Yeah.
Dum, 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 right towards me as if I'm going to step back because somebody's rushing me.
That's it. Do you know, that's what I've always said about that sensation that you get in the Delapole Woods. It's the only predictable haunting that works, the only predictable haunting that we know. You get big... Tina's experienced that. Tina on the live, Tina Ben, she's experienced them as well in the woods on her own. It only ever happens when you're on your own. And it approaches you, and there are big, heavy, stomping footsteps, proper twig snappers. And this sounds like it's the same.
It's her.
Right.
It's her doing it.
So I then go on to say, can you interact with Mark? But I didn't get to finish. I said, can you interact? And you say, it's like anger. This feels different.
Yeah.
I don't like to use the word mental.
Yeah. Because it's just not right. You could tell straight away. You can feel it.
Right.
And when they come close to you, these type of energies, it kind of imprints on you. You can feel how they feel. Yeah. And sometimes you feel sickness. Sometimes you feel what they're feeling, like heartbreak or anything. It's weird.
That's the empathic side of things. Right. Okay. Babs has sent 2 photos to the PSI group, so we're just going to review these. Right. Okay. Oh, I don't think she's past looking at it. Right. Okay. We'll review them anyway. Andrea Richards. Works at Main Road Hair and Beauty. Works at a salon and spa.
No, she was definitely dead.
Right, okay. Yeah, I think she's... it looks very much like she's still up and running, this one. Andrea Richards. But thanks for that, Babs.
It could have been Angela.
Oh, lives in Weymouth, Dorset. You said Dorset.
I said Dorset.
Dorset. Or Dawson. Dorset.
So I got the name and I also got the place where they live. Why is this linked then? Why am I getting Delapole?
Don't know. Specialist legal recruitment.
Can we just show that to the camera so the believers?
Well, I'd rather not, because it's got someone's photo on its their description, isn't it? Where
But
they work and
they've put that on social media so people they can see that bit, can't they? The social media part.
This isn't the same lady, I don't think. There's 2 of them, and it pretty much seems like they're still alive and kicking. But and that's the one from Dorset.
Right.
Yeah. Lives in Weymouth, Dorset. Yeah.
No, this one was dead.
Right. But thanks for that, Babsy. Thank you. So, yeah, where were we? Yeah, 8:40. Here we go. Yeah, I don't like to use the word mental. I saw an image of her before she came into the hospital. She wasn't like that when she went in.
No.
Long black hair. Same thing about children. 2 children.
I didn't say it, but it was a boy and a girl.
Right.
Only very young.
Right. And then you say something about your back, a weird feeling in your back. And I say, is that you playing with Mark's shoulders?
I got the feeling that she's had, excuse me, a children taken away.
Right. Then you say, please. 2 children were taken away from her. Touching me.
The children weren't touching me.
No, this is exactly what you said.
Right.
Please, 2 children were taken away from her. Then you went, touching me.
Yeah, I was getting touched a lot in that one.
Right. That was maybe because I was constantly asking for her to touch you, just for like confirmation. And here I go again. Can you touch Mark's forehead for us, please? Then you say the time in the hospital turned you into a totally different person. 8:43, a clouded area, misted, loads of arms in the mist, just moving.
Yeah, it was weird, and I said it won't make much sense. It was just, imagine just being in the clouds and I could only see up to like the elbow, and there's these arms, they were actually moving. They weren't dead arms or chopped off arms, they were just there, like doing this and just didn't make sense. Don't know what it meant. I can only say what I saw, can't I?
Good. Yeah, of course. That's the point of the experiment, is to be as open and as honest as you can at any impressions. Let them out, any impressions. And then at that point, you say 8:43, should have put the triometer on. So the triometer goes on the top, and then you said, did you bang then, Tony? Then I give an explanation to the people watching you. Yeah, that was me putting the triometer down, so it was bloody heavy-handed. Shouldn't be so heavy-handed during this experiment. Then you say, feel sick.
Yeah, I felt sick.
She's walking up. She stood very close behind me. But just before then, I didn't have the time to write it in. I said, could you approach Mark again? Then you said, she's walking, stood very close behind me. 8:45. Can you interact with the meter? 8:46. Can you touch Mark's arms or head? Then nothing. 8:47. She's taken me down this dark tunnel. It's got walls on each side. No, stop this, please. Take it off. That's it.
It was, I think she was showing me her death, or the last minute or a few seconds of her death. It was like going very quickly through a tunnel, but I could see the brickwork. It was dark bricks. I couldn't see pretty much anything else, just the 2 sides of the wall, and I'm going down and down and down as if it started speeding up. And I just got that feeling I shouldn't have been there. Do you know what I mean? And it didn't feel, anything about it didn't feel right. And I thought, I'm not fucking going down there with her. So that's why I said, stop it, take it off.
Right. Interesting, guys. Interesting.
But it did make me feel strange, that one. I almost go into trance now doing it. I have to be really careful.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. It kind of, this experiment kind of I mean, we've been doing this experiment, how long have we been doing the Psi method now? It's got to be 4 years. It's got to be 4 years and that. And I'm not saying you get good at it. No, that would be wrong. What I'm saying is you begin to make a friend of the experiment, and you know exactly what you've got to do and what kind of mental state you've got to be in.
I just saw Callum put a cave. No, it was the last moments. I don't know if she's being rushed down on like a a trolley,
A gurney or something. All right, yeah.
or if it was her visualising a body shutting down, you know, when you see a tunnel. But I just knew I shouldn't have been there.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
it is, these experiments can go one way or the other.
A trolley to a morgue.
Possibly,
Well,
but I could see it, so she wasn't quite dead.
Yeah. It's funny you should say that because there is we have found the death path at the Delapole hospital site, and it's where they used to trolley the people from the hospital straight into the chapel, because the chapel is the old crematorium, and they used to wheel them down this path. And Dad told me that as well. I said, yeah. I said, what you found there is there was a path going straight from the hospital, going straight into the crematorium.
Yeah.
It was but it had loads of trees. It was loads of trees grown in front of it, so you couldn't really see anything from the front. And they're not there now. But do you remember the very first time we found that path? All those trees that were cut,
a tree line, wasn't
lopped off at the base. There was a tree line,
Yeah.
just on the road side of the path.
Yeah, yeah.
So it was obviously blocked from view because there was traffic around there all the time. So it was obviously blocked from outside view.
Somebody asked if I knew the time period she was from. I couldn't tell at all because it was just like a white gown she had on. Like, that's why I said a nightgown or something. It was like a very light material.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know what time period at all.
Mind you, do you remember the last time we were at Delapole and I got those EVPs and I thought I saw something flash white.
I said
and I
the
said,
same as
oh,
well,
Mike,
didn't
yes, that's right. And we said, right, God, right, I'm going to stand over here. And I turned all the lights off and I was doing a series of EVPs. Just me in the darkness. You'd wandered off over there. You were doing the live. What, you taking the live with you?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you were over there somewhere miles away. And that was brilliant. That was just great. Just taking EVPs in those dark woods next to the crematorium.
But that spot
And we got three. We got three weird EVPs.
next to the morgue area.
That spot right next to the morgue, yeah. So with you saying she's wearing a white gown,
Yeah.
and you always see that up there, you know, you get the sense of a white flash just whizzing through the trees, and it's gone when you look.
Did you bring something back with you?
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
No, an object.
No.
I don't know why she was saying that. There's an object. I'll just go through some of these comments. Not all of them because I've missed tons of them. Look.
Oh, let's catch up with these messages. Then I'll have a look at the TikTok ones.
Delapole is actually common, says Mr. Rough Dog. That's because we go there and investigate quite a lot.
Yeah, it's been. I think it's the only ongoing investigation that we've actually had. The one that's had the most interest to us.
Jay is saying this gets more interesting every time it's done. I love
Do
it.
you know, you're right. It does. It really does.
Comes from a family name. You can find Delapole places all over the country. Cornwall, East Sussex. It was the hospital name, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Was
but
it founded by the Delapoles?
It was. Yeah.
Right. Time period. I didn't know the time period at all. Don't know when it was built. You probably do. It was the 1800s, wasn't it? The late
God.
1800s.
Oh God, yeah, it was right. It was earlier than that. Yeah, it was.
Hello,
earlier than
Badger. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. Obviously, I was doing that experiment.
that. All right, Badger.
Hi to anyone missed. Hi, Rochelle, as well. Didn't see you come in. Can you touch Mark's ex squeeze me? What? No. Kevin, they use tunnels because it's not nice to see bodies being wheeled in. You know what we found? We thought there was old Victorian drains or something, didn't we? Do you remember seeing the open? There was an open one, and then there was a closed one.
I think that was more of like a modern sewer outlet that they were working on, because they had everything open, didn't they?
1920 to 1950, says Rochelle. I don't know. Sounded creepy. White gown, rings around the eyes, blood around the mouth. The blood was actually just dripping, but it was like almost black. Nightmare material. Yeah.
Right, let's have a look at these.
I might have missed some. If I have, just type it again.
Right, so let's have a look. Let's have a look. Aren't there trickster spirits that lie? Maybe that's why you can't link that they are natural. Yeah, I mean, you might have heard of the term familiar spirits. Spirits who make themselves out to be someone else, but it's usually someone that you know, and that's why they're called familiar spirits. So that's why on these occasions we can kind of like rule that out. You know, they always try to be someone closer, convince you that they know you and things about your life and that you know them. These are your familiar spirits. Those are the trickster spirits that you're thinking of.
Tuberculosis, yeah.
Oh, sounds quite creepy, says Gemma. It is very creepy indeed.
Tina said we might have to go Saturday. Oh, we've got Annabelle on Friday. Annabelle Project number 4 on Friday.
Excellent.
The dark blood might not be a sign of death. It could be clots. TB has that effect. Patients would hemorrhage and cough up the dark blood. All right.
Right. JJ, could she have been sectioned? Yeah, very definitely.
She wasn't
Yeah.
quite there in her head. There was a lot of stuff going on.
It was that kind of place, yeah. There is no Delapole Woods. There is on the site. You've got to know where to look.
We call
It's
it the
round-
Delapole Woods because
It's a very, very overgrown area at the back of the crematorium, which is directly adjacent to where the old hospital used to be. It's all open. But there are what we call woods.
It's not
there,
listed
yeah.
as Delapole Woods. It's
you won't
listed
find
as
it anywhere.
Delapole Hospital Grounds.
Yes.
But we call it the Delapole Woods because the buildings have actually gone now. It's just what's left of the foundations, and it's in a woodland.
Lefty says Andrea is the last name. Is the last name P?
Oh, your grandmother was in a TB hospital, Rochelle. Creepy as hell.
Yeah. They were, and the amount of unnecessary deaths there. This needs more investigation. It will be getting more investigation, Toby Ann, because we absolutely love the place. We generally always get an EV or a couple of EVPs from there, don't we? Whenever we go, it's
I want to get the footsteps on camera.
yeah, definitely.
Really interesting Psi Method. It gets more and more interesting, says Callum.
Yes,
It is. It's. I think it opens that sixth sense in each of us when we do it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Tina's saying the footsteps, they're weird. Tina's heard the footsteps. We took Tina once.
Yeah.
I've heard them once when I was taking a dump.
Tina's heard them. Tony's heard them. We took two people who aren't connected to PSI. One was from a paranormal team on her own, from over in Scunthorpe. She came over because she wanted to experience it, and yeah, she experienced it all right. And so did Tony. That was actually the same night we saw the spirit lights in the woods as well. And that was the weirdest thing. You know, that light that was dancing around between where Tony was and between where we were.
Yeah.
There was no one else in the woods. And the hairs go up on your arm and it says, is one of you shining a torch over here? We were going to ask you the same question, Tony. He said, no, I've got no lights on at all. So I said, there's something or someone between you and us. And he said, there's no one else in these woods but me. And there was a little light dancing around in the woods. That was fantastic.
Maybe they love you too. Maybe they do. I always believe spirits remember who can sense them and wait for an opportunity to communicate. Yet maybe they're getting used to us, Rochelle, going there quite often.
Babsy says, I personally think it's a brilliant experiment you do. Both could watch it all night. Excellent, thank you. Cheers, Babs.
The lungs get filled with muck. One of the writers of Steptoe was in a sanatorium. Once he coughed and hemorrhaged, he slowly got better. TB was awful.
Ooh.
They've got stuff for it now anyway, haven't they? I think they can sort it out now.
Yeah, well, you had our TB jabs at school,
Yeah.
remember? It was like the scratch test.
Was it? Is that the 6 needle thing?
That's right, yeah.
Right, yeah.
Oh, there's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. But if it reacts or not, it tells you if you've got the TB antibodies.
Right.
Yeah. Graveyard at Delapole. Yeah, there is a graveyard at Delapole, yeah.
Daisy Ring. Mr.
Yeah.
Rough Dog.
Oh, the Daisy Ring.
Is that what it's called?
That's, yeah. That we found it, you know, that big mushroom ring, which funnily enough wasn't there the last time we went.
It'd gone, hadn't it?
Yeah, it'd gone.
Weird.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for medical progress. Yeah, definitely.
Did you feel she wasn't well mentally when she approached behind on the right side of you?
I think at first she was curious. Then she was kind of annoyed, but it wasn't at us particularly. It was because of what happened to her. It was her feelings I could feel. And then when she was coming close behind, it's because she felt she could, because I was allowing her to. But
Yeah, I was giving her instruction to, you know, interact with Mark, touch him, you know.
And I wouldn't recommend anybody do that, by the way, unless you need people with you. What's happening? If you go over onto YouTube when this live's finished and type in at PSI Paranormal, the lives, or go on the live tab and watch it, and you'll see it's the PSI method.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you.
Would you
Thank
go
you
a
for
wee
the
bit
roses.
loony if you were trapped suffering with last moments of TV? I think you would, yeah.
Yes, Alan says she was obviously trying to tell you something.
It was more the emotion and that coming from what I could feel, I think. But there was that anger because of the two children. That's what the impression I got anyway.
And Babsy says, Annabelle this Friday.
At the Annabelle Project episode 4 this Friday. And we will treat you guys, I don't know so much about the TikTok live, but the YouTube live, and we'll let you have a sneak peek at it again.
Oh, this person with the unpronounceable name says, I used to work there and live behind it.
Right?
Oh, so you will know about what a place it is, and about what a creepy place it is as well, especially now. It had a very popular social club. It was the Hilltop Social Club, and we used to rehearse there in my old band days. Our drummer Pete, he was on one of the board of directors, and we used to get the old Hilltop Club up at Delapool to rehearse in, yeah. And pretty regularly we used to get people walking down the road, who come from the hospital wanting to talk.
They're telling us
into
the
club.
graveyard is now the car park next to the sports field. The creme is new. The crematorium actually used to be the chapel on the site.
Yeah.
Before it was a crematorium.
Yeah, its job has just changed. That's all. Yeah, it used to be the hospital chapel.
Mason's asleep. Cool.
A will-o'-the-wisp. Yeah, down in Doyley Woods.
All the hospices will hold spirits. Yeah, possibly.
Right, the graveyard is now the car park next to the sports field.
Yeah, that's what we just said.
All right, okay.
Do you know which area that bit is? I know where the sports field is.
Yeah, I do know where it is. Yeah,
The car park.
yeah.
Next to the
Graveyard is
sports
now the
field.
car park next to the sports field. Yeah, the lads used to play football on it every Sunday.
Yeah, I know where the field is.
Yeah.
Because we walked past it before, didn't we?
Yes.
But where's the car park?
It's further down that path that we don't go because you're getting into lit territory. You know, past all the buildings.
Oh, well, it's all cameraed up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why we don't go.
Yeah, near to Castle Road. Yes, thank you. Yes, yeah. Was there an underground tunnel to the crematorium? No, there wasn't. No, but there was a very defined pathway. Yeah.
Poor Puddy Tat. Give him a hug from me. Next to Total Fitness.
Yeah.
Interesting. Did the tram meter go off, by the way? I didn't.
No, it didn't. It just kept a steady pace. And it was on electric, on the weighted setting.
It's more towards the back of it, innit?
There we go. Yeah. Yes. So this is what we were using during that experiment. It's one of our
Tram meters.
TF2 tri-field meters.
There's a few people actually on the YouTube channel got them. So yeah, what do you think about that experiment, guys? Give us a bit of feedback. It is what it is. We say what we see and hear. That's it.
Yeah.
Alan's saying, did I find this one the hardest, the weirdest feel? I didn't find it hard at all. I found it was weird, certainly weird.
Yeah,
It felt
yeah.
weird.
And Toby Ann, again with the question, what do you think of dowsing rods? Toby Ann, we think they're absolutely brilliant.
Tuck Norris, it's very
There
good.
you go.
Very cool, says Rochelle. Jade, it was awesome. We've been doing this for years, this experiment, and we find when we bring new people on, it takes them a while to get into it. It takes at least half a dozen goes doing it.
Yeah, we've got Amanda. She was here, was it last week or the week before?
Mike, great experiment.
For
Yeah.
our first session, and we did actually say you'll probably not say a lot. It's your first session. It really takes you 2 or 3 goes to kind of like acclimatise to the
Mr.
experiment and open up. So we'll be getting Amanda back, who was one of
Mr.
our
Rough Dog
mods.
saying I should watch it back when I jumped. That was interesting. Seems fun. Am I not scared? No, but I know when to stop.
That's the trick. Yeah.
I knew when to come out. But Ricky as well. Ricky's tried it. It took him 4 or 5 goes, didn't it?
Yeah. It took Ricky.
After
4 or
if we
5
did it in
attempts
the
to get-
hospital. If I did this experiment on the Delapole grounds, I'd need somebody there. I wouldn't do it alone.
Yeah, and someone who you trust as well,
Oh,
who you know
brilliant.
would do the right thing.
You see,
and, if there
we
was a
know what
situation.
signs to look for if either of us is in any kind of trouble, and we'd stop the experiment straight away.
I've only ever had to do that once with you.
Have you?
Yeah,
I can't remember.
yeah. I actually interacted with my totems that I have.
I don't remember. What was I
And
doing?
it was, oh, crikey, it must have been 3-4 months ago. And I can't remember the details, but you were freaking out and saying, no, this is something evil. You're just saying, I don't like it, there's something, back off.
I can't
And
remember.
I kind of like got between you and it. And things kind of started to calm down. I go, someone must remember on these lives. It was it was quite a while back.
If somebody remembers the date to that, let me know and I'll look for the live and I'll try and get it out. I don't remember that at all.
Yeah, and we'll go through the notes because that was quite interesting because whatever it was responded.
At the end, did I have a feeling of being forced when I shut the experiment down? No, I wasn't being forced. I was just being taken, but I knew that it didn't feel right. I should not have been there. You get them feelings, don't you? If you get that sort of feeling, even if you're just walking through a place, it doesn't feel right, get out. In a Jewish graveyard, there's always a 3-day vigil before burial. Well, the Catholic one, they put the deceased in the church the day before. They spend 24 hours, is it 24 hours, well, overnight in the church and have the funeral the next day. I looked upset. I don't know, I couldn't see myself. A lot of this as well is whatever we're, if I use the word channeling, that might be the wrong word, but whatever we're channeling, we sometimes take on their feelings, so we may give off facial expressions what isn't our expressions. Tranced. I nearly went into a trance, yeah.
There seems to be a lot going on in this one. Very exciting. Thank you, Alan. Yeah.
I wonder why Delapole though, suddenly, when we've been going to Delapole for quite a long time.
Yeah, and all of a sudden.
Could be from the last time we went. One of us could have brought that back with us. We didn't even know it. 2 days for prayer and purification before burial on the 3rd day, right?
I know that feeling. I was once told to leave by angry monks at Kirkstall Abbey. We know that feeling too.
Does it mean she's in distress, says Stella? Well, yeah, but it's from what happened to her, not because she's dead or a ghost or whatever it was. These are just our theories, by the way. It's not set in stone.
No, it isn't. No paranormal stuff is. So if anybody tries to convince you that they're a paranormal expert, they're lying to you because no one is.
Tuck Norris said, isn't it awesome that you got a complete image within minutes? It happens like that with us two now. It's because we've been doing this experiment for a long time. We're kind of tuned to this experiment.
Yeah, and it's good.
Where
And
when you saw it
it's
with Amanda, Amanda was getting nothing coming, and that's because it's probably her first time doing the experiment.
But then again, we knew that. So Amanda fell right within the criteria. You know, she did exactly as we expected.
Would you have been pulled? Could you have said no, and it would have stopped instead, stopping the experiment? No, it was more of a memory from them. What I could see with the tunnels, it wasn't me being taken down it. It was their memory, sort of thing. Can you bring them back, says Toby Ann? Who knows what you can get attached to you? Nobody
Yeah.
really knows for certain. It's just a theory.
Yeah.
But it just doesn't make sense. Why now? After years of investigating Delapole.
Exactly. Yeah.
She lost? Don't know.
I always, well, you know, don't you know my connection with Delapole? It was always there when we were kids, and we always used to wonder about the place as we were kids. And over the years we've been investigating the place. I always look forward to being on that site, investigating Delapole, and I'm enamoured with the site. You know, it's a place of fascination for me. It really is.
I mean, they're tearing the woodland down anyway, aren't they? They're going to build on it.
They
So
are.
we don't have much
Yeah.
longer to investigate.
They've taken all that big corner down, haven't they? On that, like the corner of Well Lane and this, that, and the other.
I don't. People are asking why she's trying to communicate with me. It could have been that experiment helps. Maybe she's trying to communicate up since we was last there, but we couldn't hear her, and this experiment helped. Again, that's just a theory.
Mark, what you went through and felt, is that what a medium does? Yeah, it actually says it in the name. You become a medium for
Yeah.
for that transaction.
I
Yeah.
did in my early years do a lot training in transmediumship. There was only one time I was ever in trouble and I stopped breathing. That's why you always need somebody with you when you're doing something like this.
Just wanted to show you something. Was your dad a porter at Hull Royal? This is annoying because we don't know your name. You've just got a load of symbols there.
Who is it? What's your name? You think some spirits are stronger than others, Rochelle? Was she upset about what happened? Kay.
No, I don't think my dad was a porter at Hull Royal. I know he was a theatre technician, and he worked in the mortuary.
He was a driver, wasn't he? You said
From some time. He fulfilled plenty of roles, but then again, he was a driver when it was the old hospital in the middle of town, where Prospect Centre is now.
Yeah.
You know.
Perhaps he'd pinned a comment.
Where does it say that? Moderator Babsy pinned a comment, have you? Oh, it's maybe because we're on the... Toby Ann.
50th. Is it your 50th today, Toby Ann?
Oh,
Happy birthday.
Still a puppy. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
Do you know what, Toby?
Happy
You're
birthday,
only,
Toby Ann. Happy birthday to you. Thanks for backing me up, mate. Thanks for
You're the singer, not me.
Happy birthday.
Toby Ann, you're 3 days older than me. No one wants to suffer before they die, right? Yeah, I don't think they do. That'd just be mental, I suppose.
That'd be a bit masochistic, yeah.
Anyhow, guys on YouTube, I'm going to cut the live on YouTube now because I need the toilet for a start.
Lovely.
While Tony speaks to those over on TikTok.
Yes. Yeah, happy birthday,
Happy
Toby
birthday this week.
Ann.
Happy birthday. Yeah.
50 is a great age.
Got to
50
head
is a
off to
great
bed
age.
wait in the morning. It was very interesting. Glad I finally managed to see you doing the Psi Method. Tuck Norris, thanks
Wonderful.
for joining us.
Thank you, Tuck Norris.
Watch it back. It's really interesting. I'm going to have to watch it myself now, aren't I?
Yes.
Okay, Sage, thanks so
Ooh-cha.
much for coming. Rochelle, Mr. Rough Dog, Jaya, Jack, Who else was on there? Sarah. I'm terrible with names and remembering stuff.
Okay, my dad was also a theatre tech in the 70s. Yeah, they will have definitely known each other then.
Mike.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Yeah.
Interesting. We'll be putting some more videos out through the week. Probably another paranormal investigating for idiots, and hopefully I'm going to go through some of my older footage and try and find some things. Sage the kangaroo. Take care, guys. Over on YouTube. We'll see you soon.
Especially as it was all